Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. We're back with Fallout, Texas Rising. Our party has just returned to Carbon from rescuing or securing the watering hole. So, guys, you were just discussing what you were wanting to take on next there, or thinking about.
Mr. Caravan. Explore. Did we do Camp Mayberry? That's been done.
Yeah, Camp.
Exploration of Camp Mayberry. Yeah,
It's still listed as in progress, but yeah, that one's been done.
And then escort, that was done.
Yeah.
The first two we're gonna put on hold because and investigate. So it's either secure the mine or the missing caravan.
Or, Jammer might have something else when you talk with him.
Gotcha.
There'll be still other stuff to explore there.
If Jammer doesn't have something more urgent, I think the mine might be a good starting point for that, if we can.
Yeah, depending on, I mean, out of those two, the missing caravan's probably wrapped up in the whole missing husband or child. No, either that or part of the Death Claw. That's it.
So
I'm not certain if either one of us have enough armor to deal with that.
I don't think there's enough armor to deal with that at all.
All right. Well, when you get back into town, Jammer's waiting for you patiently at his stall.
And we stalled out. Did what happened with the mercenary?
Oh, he's
Did he die? Did I let him die?
No, y'all brought him back.
Okay.
He's
All
alive.
Right. Okay. All right. So, we were kind of wondering that the other day. We were talking. Did we let him die? I can't remember.
So what was it you guys gave him as a down payment?
So Jack gave him 500 as a down payment, and Jammer was supposed to pay us 7.
Yeah, Jammer will pay each of you 7, so he'll pay the mercenary 7 as well. And then the mercenary will give his down payment back to Jack.
Yay.
So everybody, Jack, put 500 back on your caps, add another 700 / add 700. And unless you guys are planning on keeping this mercenary around, I'm not going to worry about managing his.
No.
Wanted to take it for a spin.
Yeah, I mean it's something that if you guys want to do, there's it's definitely within the realm of Fallout to hire mercenaries to assist you. Jammer is very pleased with your work on securing the watering hole. As a quest complete, another 200 XP to both of you.
Okay.
And he does his signature, jams you in the shoulder. Guys,
at least it's not that bad.
Yeah, you're getting used to it. You're toughening up. So you guys, you've impressed me. I like what you do. I've got work that comes by my way quite often. I travel a lot. I hear things. I can usually hook you up with some pretty lucrative jobs. Some are safe. Most of them are dangerous, if you're interested.
Well, I mean, You think you know some places that we could do some trading with people, or at least can you show me the ropes some? I think we could use it as a good front, maybe. I think that's what my mama called it.
Well, I
She
don't
was.
know that you would need a front if you're not doing anything illegal. Now, if you're doing something nefarious that people don't like, then you might need a front. But you're not doing anything nefarious, are you?
Not to my knowledge. I do have some stuff I've never seen before in my pack. Some real fancy armor, but outside of that, no.
Well, I don't see why you need to use it as a front. I can,
No.
you can go out and trade all you want to. You just got to be good at negotiating. And it depends. Do you want to be the guy that goes around supplying the merchants in different towns, or do you want to be selling directly to the consumers?
Well, I haven't really thought about it much. I think I've always been selling to the people, but I'm just in this little town. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to have a caravan behind me. So
Well,
I guess I'll be,
I'd say starting out until you have that caravan that you probably want to just try and supply, be a specialized supplier to the other merchants in the towns that you'd be going to.
well, I got enough guns and armor. I have my own little militia.
Well, there you go. Speaking of, I do got another job that you could do. Might give you a little bit more supplies than the loot that you get.
Oh,
Yeah. Got some raiders stole some ammo and weapons and other various supplies from a cache of mine.
so this is kind of personal.
You could say that.
Well, how personal is it? If you don't mind me asking.
800 caps apiece.
A little bit more personal. What do you say, Uncle?
Sounds interesting, if nothing else. And certainly an appetizing thing to look into.
It's going to take me a couple days, though. I'm kind of busted up.
All right, you
Yeah.
can leave in a little while or rest up and on the trip there. I know where the raiders are, so I can give you their location. They're southeast of here. They'll hold up in an old bar.
Oh. Can we just burn them out?
Well, maybe the ones are inside, but I'm sure there's some outside too.
No, we might want to actually recover the ammo.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. It'd be kind of pretty to see it go all up in flames. So. Anyhow, yeah, it's gonna take us a couple days to get rested. But well, I mean, what do you think? Should we do it on the way, or should we wait? So I know I've got like 3 injuries to my head, to my torso, and to my right leg. I don't know how you want to handle this, but Slash ain't going nowhere until he's feel right. Scott, how do we take care of that? Is that something that is it sleep off, or do we have to?
No, you'll have to get either do medical checks amongst yourselves, which could take some time, or you can spend caps at a doctor. in town.
Mm.
I got to take my headphones off for a second and grab the book. I'm certain there's some kind of guidelines for how many caps it takes per injury. If that's something you guys want to do.
Well, Jack, you're halfway decent at fixing people up. You want to take a stab at it? I mean, figuratively speaking, take a stab at it.
I mean, it might require surgery, so some actual stabbing.
I'm broke as it is now. Oh,
You just got 700 caps. And you
not
got,
that kind of broke. The other kind of broke. It hurts.
Gotcha.
I was trying to get a rise out of you on that one. It's like, we just got 700 caps. I just doubled up my money. Yay.
Yeah.
You got any coffee in you, Jack?
Huh?
I said, do you want to try to stab it at fixing my head, my torso, and my leg? Or do we want to go to Doc Holliday?
Well, the leg and the torso maybe. The head, that's beyond fixing.
I didn't say my face. I said,
Right.
or do we want him to do the first one because it'll be a higher difficulty? And probably because I have 3 things. Don't you have to roll with a difficulty of 3? Is that how that works? Okay. Trying to get this PDF up and running. I'm just taking Acrobat Reader a second.
Well, when you sleep, you do a healing check. Food and drink will do you.
Yeah, it's the actual injury that's I'm concerned about right now.
Medical attention.
What page?
33.
3
34.
or 35 if you're using the PDF.
So you got where you're going is 7 counties away, so 7 days travel. So consider that in your deliberation. I'll share the map or push the map out to you so you can see where I got it marked at. It's in the county just south of the southeastern Tang base. Also consider that when you're traveling, there is the chance of random encounters.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like.
They could be hostile, they could be friendly.
Well, take a day or so to rest up and then go.
I think what I'll do is I want to go to a doctor for my head injury. Because I have like 3 injuries.
So I don't have anything concrete out of the book. But
Gotcha.
I'm going to go with just based off of having played the game so much, and if memory serves, it's going to be about. I'm going to do it at around 50 caps per injury. So, and 50 caps to get your health maxed out.
Yes. I think I'm good on health. Well,
Yeah, the health is the
no,
one
I
that's going to be a lot easier for you to
60.
recover just during the travel.
Yeah.
But if you want to get your injuries fixed,
Injuries.
50
Yeah.
per
That's
injury.
So is that saying that to take 150 for the first injury or 150 for all three injuries?
No, it's so. Let me switch over to your injuries here. So you'd pay 50 caps to get your head fixed, 50 caps to get your torso fixed, and then 50 caps to get your right leg fixed. Or if you want to get them all done at once, it's 150 at once.
Yeah.
And it takes a day because these doctors, well, you sit here and you rest for a day while we do whatever the operation is. So if you do all three at once, then the time it takes is reduced, but it's still going to be on the day equation.
Gotcha. Yeah, that'd be fine. I'll kick out 150 caps to get those injuries taken care of. It doesn't hurt my feelings. And if you find something different later on, then just you can go from there.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in the book about because it's only talking about characters taking care of characters. So I'm basing this off of a modified version of like Fallout 4 and the other PC games. Jack, you've got a head injury that is still unpatched, apparently. Or did we just forget to change it?
I think it never got, or it got patched up and then got reopened.
Okay. So
that
treated
I'm gonna deal with.
treated injuries are 50 caps. Untreated injuries are 75 caps.
Okay.
Go write this down for I forget it.
Right? Made a rule. That government. What was that rule?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I could always go back and watch the stream.
Yeah. Anyways, 75 for that.
Do we need to roll for anything, or is that just?
No, that's the benefit of like if you go to a doctor in town, then what you're sacrificing is caps and time.
So, I treated those, and my wounds are zeroed out.
Yeah, if you paid for the wounds to be zeroed out, otherwise your wounds will stay where they are until we pass time in another manner.
Okay. So was it 50 for that as well?
Yeah, 50. No matter where you're at on your wounds, it's 50 caps to get healed up because they are able to use stim packs and everything in different ways in a calm setting. Like so, when you're in combat, a stim pack only does 4, but in a calm medical setting, they can make that stim pack really last. So. Are you also going to pay to get your injuries fixed, Jack?
Yeah.
All right.
So 75 for that.
Switch that one out. Slash is done. Slash, you paid for injuries and health?
Yeah, I'm figuring out the caps for the health right now. So.
200 caps. 150 for your injuries, then another 50.
Yeah, no, I'm like trying to do the math. That's what it was. I got.
Okay. The math on subtracting that from how much you have.
Yeah, because I got 13.
Your tons and tons of caps.
Right. That's why I was like, yeah, I'll spend the caps. I needed something to spend my caps on. What? Why what?
Why does your cap say -50?
I was trying to see if -50 would work.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Yeah. Kind of like roll 20 on its hit points or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
There are some things that I wish it could
Yeah.
do, but
Yeah. That's all right. It's
all-
not the end of the world.
the most complicated stuff it handles for us, which is nice.
Yeah. I'm not stressing. All right.
All
So
right.
I got 1263.
Looks good to me. Say,
Right.
Jammer has been eyeing your Brahmin, the oversized, the heavy packs on your Brahmin for a little while. He comes over to you and says, "Look, I'll help you get started with supplying the merchants of the different towns. If you let me take a look at all you got."
Oh, and start pulling stuff off.
So all of these are the armor. And they just start pulling off these big bags of wrapped up balls of leather armor that I've got, with burlap. There we go, wrapped up in burlap or something.
Right.
So you can't, just make a big ball and then just, wrap it up in burlap. Can't really tell what it is. You throw it off, you open it up.
He starts digging through
it.
it. He waves over. He's got a couple of guys with him. He brings them over, and they start going through it all too, showing him different things. Let me just take a couple of quick looks here. We got the sturdy right leg, now the left leg. We got the same price.
So
I got to pull up a calculator now.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I also have my starting Betsy inventory.
Yep, I got them both pulled up. We'll try to get everything moved over to the NPC Betsy for easier or sorting later on. But for now, I think we're okay.
It's fine for right now. Eventually, this stuff will move over. Red Rover.
So he will. Doorbell, shotgun, leather armor, chest piece. So everything on the NPC Betsy.
Mm-hmm.
He will offer you wholesale prices on these,
Okay.
which is going to be about 20% below the actual price of the items.
Right.
Generally, but because I don't want to spend a ton of time going through it, he's just going to give you an offer on the whole lot. So on the NPC Betsy, he said, I'll give you 300 caps for everything there.
All right, I could do that. That'll, it takes a lot of time to sell these things one time at a piece. I might as well just,
Yeah, that's right. You leave the individual selling and figuring all that small stuff out to the guys that sit in one place a long time. You're moving around a lot. You got to sell stuff in bulk, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So add yourself 500 or 300 caps there, and then we will just delete all this stuff from the NPC Betsy
Okay.
because I don't actually have an inventory for Jammer. I'll delete it while you add your caps. And then why don't you, let's do this. You keep stuff on your companion Betsy that you actually want to keep and move stuff to the NPC Betsy that you're willing to sell.
Gotcha. That sounds like a good idea.
And then when you do looting, we'll move everything to the NPC Betsy, and then you move stuff you're keeping to your Betsy.
Got it. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, you had 3 injuries to repair, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And you did them all at once instead of individual. Yeah. So at a day apiece, but compounding that into 3 days. You spent 2 days here in Carbon, getting rested up and getting healed. During that time, you sold all that stuff to Jammer, and you're sorting out your other things that you might want to sell. Do you want to try to do that before you guys head out to the next mission, or do you want to do it after the mission?
Well, still got a couple other things to sell, but nothing.
Okay.
too
What do you got?
Let's see. A Raider chest piece. Sturdy leather right arm, and a sturdy Raider left arm.
So,
Since I got the upgrade.
all right, hold up. The Raider armor chest piece,
Mm-hmm.
and then the sturdy. Which sturdy ones again?
Leather right arm and Raider left arm.
And Raider left arm. I don't see the Raider left arm. Is it heavy Raider left arm?
Sturdy Raider arm. And just says right and left because of something on the sheet. It doesn't specify in the book.
Okay. So on the sheet, but on your character sheet, it's left arm.
Yeah.
Okay. 8, 18, 18. He'll give you 30 caps for all that. Just one of each piece, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll give you 30 caps for those in bulk. That good?
Yeah.
All right. I will let you delete them. I don't want to accidentally delete the wrong one there, since that's in your individual inventory.
Yeah.
It looks to me, Jack, like you have 2 chess pieces. Why are you holding on to?
I'm getting rid of one. I picked up a new one in the last mission.
Okay.
So selling off the old.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
I'd like to ask Jammer if he knows what this is, and I'll show him the sturdy synthetic right armor piece. Right armor piece.
Sturdy synth right arm armor. He takes it. He looks at it a little bit. You know, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like armor, but I don't know. Maybe you try it out some. You let us know how it works. He hands it back to you. Kind of give me a perception check.
Just straight perception, or do you?
Well, if this was D&D, I would say insight.
Yeah.
I think that's going to have to fall all underneath just plain perception. Although I'll tell you what, if you want to, you can use speech, because this is you're dealing merchant to merchant. So
that's all I was looking for.
all right. He was like, let me do speech. Let me do speech. Let me do speech.
Let me do speech. It's not tagged, but I do have a little bit in it.
Yeah.
So I'm good at it.
All right.
I may tag it one day, but not yet.
That gives you an action point there. So you notice that he is not acting normal about this piece of armor.
Okay.
He's all, I mean, he's Jammer. He comes up to you. He jams you with his stump of an arm, and he's cracking jokes or always trying to. I mean, his mouth is always going. But when you showed him this armor, he had very few words to say about it, and that was struck you as extremely odd. Like he either he knows more but wants to keep it to himself because he's scared of it, or because he doesn't think he should be telling about it. It's just he's keeping something back about it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stow that, and then I'll ask him if he has a good, I don't know, at least syringer gun. Shoots these syringe ammo.
Syringe ammo.
Yeah, because I have like a bunch of syringe ammo.
Oh, so you're looking for the gun?
Yeah.
The syringer. Let me see what its rarity is. Rarity 2. Yeah, he sees that you got all the ammo. He's like, well, I think I've got one. And he goes and rummages around in his back, the back of his shop a little bit. And he comes out with it. It looks to be not in the greatest shape. But he hands it to you and says, look, I've had this thing for I don't know how long. You're the first one to come across the ammo for it. It looks like, or at least it looks like it'll fit. So I'll give it to you. I'll give you a deal on it. 125 caps.
These things are just burning a hole in my pocket right now. So I'll take that up. I'll take you up on it.
All right. So I will drag that over to your inventory, and then I'm going to modify it because it is damaged.
Setting collecting dust. Yes, that does happen.
Let's close all that and then open up the one that's in your inventory. No, not mods. Well, I guess mods would work. Nope, that's not working for me. Small gun, input ammo to be used. Oh, here we go. Weapon quality. We're going to add inaccurate to it because it's
Okay.
It's old, not working all that well.
Yeah.
So that's going to be it should automatically handle that for you if you use it in your rolls.
Okay. I guess I need to move that ammo over from her.
Yeah, so if you're going to use it, you'll need the ammo on yourself instead of on Betsy.
Gotcha.
And then there is, I'm going to equip it for you under combat because I think you will need to choose the ammo you're using. So what you'll want to do, I think you'll be able to do this, is you'll need to hit the unlock button. So you'll in your combat tab, you'll scroll down to the syringer, open it up with a lightning bolt, and then there should be an unlock or a lock up there, and you can input the correct ammo, hopefully. And if not, we'll figure it out. We'll do it by hand later if you shoot different types of ammo out of it.
Okay.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do here in town before you head out towards your objective?
Let's see. Sell off the light dog armor since it's got the medium.
Okay. What is the price show on it right now? Or its cost?
10 caps.
10. He'll give you 7 for it.
All right. Oh, die.
Rat scorpion venom. Oh dear.
Yes, that's shit.
Like, yeah, that's the first one I'm moving over.
D5.
All right. While you guys are working on that a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and roll the encounter NPCs.
Oh, and Slash, how much 308 do you have?
Mm. You're 21 rounds.
Just 21?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm using the 5.56 right now, mostly.
okay.
I got 91 of those.
Okay. Uh, T- Alright. Let's see. 50 of them at 3 caps a pop. Yeah. And if Jammer has it, about 50 rounds of 308.
Yep, he's got that. Just go ahead and pay the for ammo. We'll just pay the price that is listed on the item in the system here. Unless you guys really want to do some haggling, but I think the ammo is one thing we could probably just not worry about haggling over since it's usually pretty cheap. But entirely up to you guys how you want to handle that. Yellow belly, mind control, bleed out. What are you going to try to do to my raiders, man?
Stuff I wish I would have had in this freaking last battle, yo. Jeez.
I mean, this is what you're doing now is what I have been doing with Baldur's Gate. I'm like, I go through, I pick everything up, and then I just use what I have on my characters. I forget to look. Oh, I got this scroll. I got that scroll. I got this potion. I got that throwable explosive thing. It's like, man, all these encounters are so much easier when I actually use all the items I have available.
Like afterwards, I was like, okay, I should have triggered, trapped those 2 doors, and then, but we had the mercenary, and he kind of just, stomped them up there, and I'm like, okay, I see what you.
No, I was not trying to sabotage you with the mercenary, but I had a preset, like, this is his attitude that I went with.
Which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would, I was like, oh, this guy.
So,
Well, I think y'all handled it pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Still had some more downing than I've had anticipated, but he came out on top without any intervention.
yeah. And adamantium skeleton saved my butt at least once.
So I know what most of the others do. What does PAX do?
Packs. Oh,
Pact. Serenity.
Calming.
Pacify.
Calm.
Pacifism.
Yeah.
Crap.
Miranda.
Miranda. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't think of Miranda.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you are not hiring a mercenary for this one.
No.
Nah. I have more like bloatfly, which like upon the death of the person, a bloatfly pops out.
But
And
then
then
that
I have
bloatfly is hostile to everybody, I think, right?
right. And then the other one is berserk. So I'm not certain if I want to use that. If Herbert becomes frenzied in berserk, attacking the nearest living creature. So I don't know. I guess that could be good. Actually, yeah, that sounds like
Don't do that to somebody I'm fighting, please.
Yeah, I hear it. Make sure that they're far enough away from you, yet close enough to something else. It makes it interesting.
So, 7 days. There. Okay.
All right. So, guys, I do just so you're aware, so we can maybe try to keep a decent pace here. There's a major story reveal after this quest that I'm hoping we can get to in this session.
Okay.
Right.
To that end, unless you got anything else pressing to do here in Carbon, we're going to roll one random encounter for your trip to the location. Nervous Settlers is a choke point encounter. The choke point is the path to a nearby settlement, and there are several groups of settlers out here on guard. They'll allow people to pass so long as they holster their weapons and show no ill intent. They are reluctant to fight, but they will do so against anyone who doesn't comply. Will you comply?
You gonna put away the weapons?
Got to put away your weapons and show no ill intent. They're still wary of you because you're pretty well armed, armored as well. So they're challenging you a little bit. It's like, well, we'd prefer it if you went around because we don't exactly like the look of you.
Is that basically gonna take longer then
Or
to go around?
longer to go around, or you could try and talk with them.
Yeah. I basically let them know that I'm just a roving merchant, and I just sold off all my armor and weapons, so I do have a few things I could sell you. I know I'll pull out a group of things and pull them, set them down without opening it, and then I'll walk away with Betsy, and then say, you can look at what's in there, so, without being, getting too close to them, and we could trade some of that for safe passage through your little pass through. It's going to take us a few more days to mosey around.
All right. They look at it. They see that you're what stuff are you putting out there? What in particular would you
so not the the high end, like the power armor or or sim packs or anything like that, but like there's a pipe gun, a bolt action rifle, and the combat rifle.
Okay.
Those three, I lay out that. I don't really have much in the way of. Well, I have a Raiders right left arm, I think.
Put that
Yeah,
one out there.
I have
That makes some things easier. So they look at it all and they see. Well, you see several of them kind of looking at the Raiders gear that's there, examining a little bit, seeing that it's got some damage to it. Like it was not just crafted. It was probably taken off of a Raider that
right.
was defeated.
That I shot up.
Yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, put that out there. So they see that and they're like, you kill Raiders often?
Well, I mean,
As often as we encounter them, unfortunately.
yeah. Sometimes they come looking for trouble, and well,
As long as that unfortunate part is about having to encounter them and not about having to kill them, I think we can let you by without any trouble.
Yeah.
well, thank you. I appreciate it. Did y'all need any of that, or?
Well, we could use that combat rifle and the pipe guns.
Okay. So, the pipe guns are pretty cheap.
Yeah, they're
I
very
give.
common.
I'll sell it to you for 100 caps altogether. The combat rifle's like 117.
117. You got yourself a deal, sir.
Oh, well, good. Alrighty.
And
They're just taking up.
I'm going to give you guys an action point for good class roll there.
Yay.
So you just add the caps and take the pipe guns and the combat rifle off.
Is there a way you can delete that?
Right click.
There is
Okay.
at the top of the thing, the edit list. Hit that. It turns red.
Okay. Got it.
And
Right.
everything has a little thingy behind it.
So I see now.
Don't hit the wrong ones.
Right? Confirm. Okay. That's good.
All right.
I left my laser rifle. I'm not selling that off easy.
That's still on.
Haven't used it yet, but
Yeah.
I'm still.
Okay. Slash. Make sure you're on your slash character when I get ready to present this map here.
Okay.
Don't want to accidentally have the Betsy NPC out here.
Yeah. I'm just making sure I get everything. Stop everything. Yeah.
So after your journey, 7 days, you have the short encounter with the settlers. It turns out really well. Your reputation, your Wastelander reputation is also increased off of that encounter.
So what do they call
one.
themselves?
Yeah, when you have encounters with Wastelanders that are not part of any of the named settlements that we have, that's just in general they're Wastelanders. They roam around and everything, and so there's they talk to each other, kind of like a network of.
Excuse me.
I suppose you could think of them like the truckers of the world.
Yeah.
That communicate with each other. So your reputation with them has increased by 1 to a 1. You started with 0 with most everybody except for Raiders. Of course, that's negative by default. But you now have a reputation of 1 with Wastelanders, which is
Wastelanders. Okay, cool.
in the correct direction. All right. Everybody get the map okay?
Yes. I see some big truck in front of me.
Yes. Excuse me. So you've arrived here. It is What setting is it? It is dusk. There are a couple of raiders that you can see walking around outside. You don't see them necessarily right now, but you saw them kind of moving back and forth on a patrol just outside of this bar as you approached from the distance. You saw at least 2 on the outside. You're not sure how many are inside, but this bar does match the description that Jammer gave you. And it looks like they have modified the parking lot a little bit. They've brought some pallets of wood over and built themselves a ramshackle barricade.
Question. So I can't see it currently. Maybe if do we know if the barricade continues on, like around our left?
Let's use the directional on the map itself. West or east?
So west.
West.
Yeah.
No, it looks like there's 2 pallets there, and then it kind of ends, but it's really close to the wall of the building, so it's probably done intentionally so they have a little space to walk between there.
Okay. I just didn't know if that was all barricaded all the way.
And then Slash, you can see it there on the west side. I've done, because the map generator doesn't give me a good indicator of the doors, there are tiled placements to indicate where doors are.
Okay, so I think I see one.
So yeah, it'll look more like a bathroom tiled floor or a bathroom tiled wall to indicate where doors are. So I know it kind of breaks the immersion a little bit, but got to do something.
Yeah. Make it work.
Yep. And I may have to eventually start doing that for Windows too, except that you can see through the windows, so maybe I don't need to. They seem to work okay. All right. So you're here. They're not aware of your approach. I'm giving you a simple stealth check or stealth success to get behind this truck right here. And so now it's on you to decide what you would like to do. If you want to move further without being detected, you will need to make a stealth roll. But for the moment, you are undetected as long as you stay put.
Okay. So I did increase my stealth, or sneak by 1. Yay. So I'm a little bit more sneaky. I figured, I use that skill. I'll up that skill.
Yeah. Yeah. You before you got too close, you strapped everything down tight and did the shake test to make sure nothing jammed.
Right. Okay. I'm learning. So this is the building that we're seeing. Okay.
Yep. Just beyond the barrier and everything
truck.
is the actual building. And there are windows that are open. Well, no, the windows are not open. You can see through the windows, but they're all closed. And there are, at least when you were approaching the distance while you're up on a hill, you can see over the barriers, there are at least 3 entrances, 3 doors to get in. And just as a side note, the wooden barricades are set up as terrain. So when you get close to them, or when an NPC gets close to them, there will be the ability to toggle them on and off so that they block line of sight or don't block line of sight. With it toggled on, that means you're ducked down or they're ducked down, and then we'll toggle it off when somebody's trying to reach over the top of it or shoot over the top.
Okay.
Question: did I recover that frag mine?
Sure. Got no problem with the frag mine being recovered yet.
So I pull out one of my bouncing betties, and I've kind of painted it up a little bit with a nice little evil grin. So it's actually kind of obvious. I'm like, so you want me to drop one of these somewhere?
Let's get a better look around first.
All right. Um, you want both of us to peek around that corner there, or you want to look at one side and I look at the other, or you're a little bit better at sneakiness than I am. I'm trying to learn though.
Huh? See? But yeah, maybe go to either side of the truck.
All right. Difficulty is going to be at 2. These
Okay.
guys, well, maybe you'll figure it out. Maybe I'll have to explain later, but difficulty 2.
Okay.
And then, so stealth checks if you wish to move. You get your movements there. All right, go and do your stealth checks.
Yes. Does it go off agility? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Difficulty 2. Oh, look, it's back up.
All right, and Jack.
Hold on.
You succeed, Jack, on the nose, and Slash, you succeed on the nose as well.
Yay! That's kind of stressing a little bit.
Right. And Jack, you see a raider there. His back is to you, but you know that if you stay there for too long, you'll be directly in his line of sight if he turns around.
Okay.
Slash, you saw, I'm going to reveal it for a moment here, you saw a raider psycho as you passed through here.
Okay.
His back was to you at that moment, but you saw him turning around to walk back the direction you are. Although you don't think, it does not appear from what you've been observing so far, that he's going to walk so far that he'll be able to see completely over the barricade. Jack, what would you like Bane to do? Bane is going to go with your stealth roll.
To here for now.
All right. So Bane will be out of the line of sight of that raider if he were to turn around.
Okay.
So I'd like to come around to the point where I can. Was that guy headed towards me?
No, he was
Or
not
away
headed towards you at the time, but he was turning around. He is on a patrol back and forth.
Oh, so he was walking away from me, but now I think he's going to turn around and come back. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
All right. So what I want to do is I want to listen, and then be able to peek. Basically, I don't know if what the best route is and such, but to come around that until the point that I want to hear him from what turn around and start walking in the other direction, and then I'm going to go around and peek.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to do. His turn.
All right, I've turned on the token facing indicators. So the little yellow dot is where the person is facing. I don't think it'll actually have any effect on line of sight. No, it's not having an effect on line of sight, but just kind of use that as a guideline as to where they're going to be able to see. So he moves up into kind of like the top of the triangle that the barricade and the truck create.
Oh, okay.
He's looking out that way. So he would technically be looking over the top of the barricade at this point, but since you're on the edge, he's not really turning that direction.
Okay. So while he's doing that, I want to come over here and drop that grenade. I mean, what's my doodle?
Fragmine.
Thank you. And I'm assuming there's a door open in or out.
It's both ways.
Oh, okay.
Swinging door.
Swinging door. Okay. So I'm just gonna, put it right up next to the door.
Okay. Go and move your get a movement to move your character off of that, and then I will draw an indicator for the mine. I need to import some tokens that we can use for that stuff. Okay, got a mine there. All right, Jack, you saw that your raider is moving towards the east a little bit. He's looking out that direction. And you think that either he'll go a few more steps and then turn back, or he might be, after looking out that way for a little bit, he might turn back on his next movement.
For that idea.
Say what?
I had a couple of thoughts on how to get to him and quietly remove him from the board, but he's a little out of range for that.
I will allow you to move more than 5 squares until we're actually in combat turn order.
All right. We do this, but
do also note that I will increase the difficulty. We won't be able to do it directly on the character token since you'll have it targeted, but there will be an increased difficulty for attempting to take out an opponent with a stealth single kill or single movement kill.
All right. That makes perfect sense.
Because what part of it will be, we won't roll damage. It's either a succeed or not. Because I'm assuming if you use a knife to try and slit his throat, that will not, if we just roll damage, it would not be enough damage to kill him. But since you are attempting to do a quick takedown, it's going to be an entirely different kind of roll.
Use an action point.
You would be well off doing that, yes.
First one for sneak is free in dim light or darkness because of ghost.
Okay. Yeah. The first extra D20 is free?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, do that. Do it. Make your stealth roll. All right, you actually get a action point there generated. So now, difficulty is going to be increased to 3 because this is a silent takedown attempt. Don't worry about targeting him because it will override my difficulty settings there. And then I just want you to use a skill. Well, use the weapon from your combat panel on your character sheet to make the roll.
And if you want to, you can spend all of those.
Yeah, probably want to save at least one.
Okay. But you can only do, it's either 1 or 3, basically. 1 will buy you the first dice, 3 will buy you the second one.
Yeah.
It goes up in price.
Alright. And switchblade it is.
All right. Do you want to use your luck to try and reroll this? Because at this point, that is only 2 successes and you need 3 successes.
Yeah. To luck to roll 2 dice?
Correct.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I might as well.
All right.
Hey.
That's another. What was the complication range?
3.
Oh
so
no,
we got
it's 19
4.
to 20. You're good on that. I was seeing that 19. I was like, well, one of your dice was a 19, so that's a complication. But that's a combination of the 2 rolls. So that's another 2 success. So you have 4 success total. Needed 3. That means you get another action point back, and you have. This is Raider number 1. You have eliminated him. We will add his loot to the party sheet and then remove his token. He goes down silently. You look around after he stops writhing on the ground, and you don't see any indication that anybody noticed that he has been removed from play.
Ooh. Duh. Right.
Do I get a sense of where this other guy? He's still in the corner.
Yeah, you hear him kind of just tapping around on stuff over there. He sounds like he might have his snacks or entertainment over there.
Gotcha.
So that this is like the spot that he stands in the most, and he'll leave from this spot to do his patrol. But this is his primary point.
Okay. I'm looking for the ammo on the syringe gun. Okay.
Are you able to tell it which ammo you're using?
I'm trying to see if that out. Let's see.
Do you see a lock button when you have the
I do
syringe
see,
open?
yeah, locked, unlocked.
Can you unlock it?
Yeah, but that looks like it just unlocks my ability to
edit it, yes.
edit it.
And then where it says, scroll down to ammunition, it says input ammo to be used. Clear that and type in exactly the ammo that you're using.
Oh, on the weapon itself.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it should, I'm hoping, we'll see if it works this way. It should use it correctly.
Input image. Okay, so
Is it working?
I'm not certain yet. Okay. I was trying to see if I could pasting copy and paste, but it doesn't.
No, I didn't like copy and paste too often.
So I gotta go in. Right.
Well, you didn't type it in exactly.
I didn't type it in exactly. Is that
Capital letters and everything.
all right? For the
So you're trying to use the packs?
yes,
All right, give me 1 second.
I might. What I do is I might create a one of these weapons for each one of the ammos.
There you go.
Huh. Okay.
Bane is moving.
Well, when we get that far, yeah, I was figuring get him to the corner, see if he's in position to help either one of us.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is then move up to here and shoot him point blank.
All right. So Slash, are you attempting to do this one as a stealth attack or
Yeah. Totally. I'll use my stuff.
okay, so when you get up there, do you want to wait until he turns his back?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your stealth, difficulty 2. Because you are moving into position in that corner, he can see you or has the potential of seeing parts of you. Currently a failure on your stealth check unless you use luck. Now,
Can I use another luck?
you have one other dice that you could use it on. And somehow you
Come on.
re-rolled as Betsy.
Did I? Oh, I must have had.
Somehow.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I'm just throwing this D20 out just because.
Make sure it's right.
Let's make sure.
Yeah. Nope. Still
Ooh.
Betsy.
That's interesting.
Maybe it's
Here.
down in your chat system. Hit the drop down and switch over to there you go.
There you go. All right.
All right.
Okay, so I used 2 luck and I'm still SOL. All right.
He sees you, however, because you've been sneaking to this point so far, and you have your weapon at the ready. You get the first shot. This is not the initiation of combat rounds, but you do get the first shot here as a surprise shot for him. And we'll see if you hit him or not.
Okay.
But he is aware of you at this point.
Excuse me.
Which means this is now going to be done.
I'll wait for that.
Did you have him targeted?
No, I did not. Technically.
I think 2 successes would be enough. Should be enough.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. I did the wrong thing.
Yep, 2 successes is enough. It actually gains you a action point.
Can I do something? Can I roll the 17? Not that I need. I don't have to spend luck. It's just part of my.
Which perk is it?
It is the center mass.
Center mass? Sure, go ahead.
Okay, it's still miss. I needed a 13 to lower.
I mean, that's a free re-roll this to try and get more action points. So
Yeah.
in addition,
the heck with center mass. I get to re-roll a d20.
yeah.
In addition. All right. So now I have to roll damage to see if I get effects.
Roll damage. So the PAX only takes effect on effects.
Yes. So what it says, had it up.
Yep, I got it pulled up here. So
Okay.
go and roll your damage. You have an effect. 4 damage. You didn't have him targeted, right? So we have to add that.
I thought it. Oh,
No,
because
there it is.
Back.
It did. It did it right.
Okay.
It got it. He reduced it by 1, so it took only 3. You do have the effect. So if 1 or more effects are rolled for the weapon's damage, the target cannot take hostile or aggressive actions for a number of rounds equal to the number of effects rolled. So for this round, his first turn, he will not be allowed to take any hostile or aggressive actions.
Okay. I'm gonna whistle.
Okay.
For Bane, basically.
Okay.
Hey, Bane, get him!
So we are now going to enter into combat rounds with the initiatives as the combat tracker has them. And as we do, this guy is getting hit. He starts out with bringing his weapon up to try and aim at you as you're also shooting at him. But as the syringer hits him with the PAX, you see his eyes change. He's really aggressive. He's angry. He's ticked off. He's got murder in his eyes. The PAX hits him, and then it just all kind of fades away. He looks at his weapon starts to go down. His eyes get all confused. He's like, "Boss, something's wrong."
Howdy, partner. How you doing?
And you hear from inside the building, "What? Something's wrong. What do you mean?" And the boss takes his turn. Slash, it is now your turn.
Oh, okay.
So just to clarify, the initial round there was just like your prepared action that you were having.
Gotcha.
And Bane, unless Jack gives him a different command, Bane will follow through with the attacking of the psycho from behind.
Okay. All right. Now I wish I had like a silencer or something. I'm actually gonna shoot him again with the syringe.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I make it through this gap or no?
You can climb over terrain. So
Okay.
with the terrain turned off, you actually can step onto the grid squares that are covered by the barricade.
Well, in that case, I'm going to scramble over, drop down, and wait. Do I get any advantage for Bane engaged with him?
He's not close enough to give you an advantage yet.
But if he did.
If he was, I would give you an advantage, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my action until Bane gets there, and then I'm going to attack with my machete.
Okay. Hold action trigger is Bane is in range. All right.
To give me, but if Bane runs the other way, then I'll attack, basically. So
All right.
I'm waiting for Bane. If Bane runs, either way, I'm going to attack. But I'm waiting.
So the trigger is really Bane moving.
Yeah, Bane moving into attack or out of attack position. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is the Raider's turn, the Raider Psycho's turn, the one that you shot with the packs. He's still watching you, and as we're going to ignore the yellow facing indicators now that we're in actual combat. I think it'll be obvious where everybody's facing for combat itself. We'll just use those for stealth rounds. So as you come over the barricade, he watches you very intently with a confused look in his eyes still. And when you get down to the other side and you pull out your machete, the confused look turns to fear, still mixed with confusion, because he's doing his best. He's like, he wants to shoot you. And just unable to that. So that's just overwhelmingly confusing him. But then not being able to do what he wants to do, and you have the machete out getting ready to attack him, he now has fear in his eyes. And he continues to try and call out to the boss, but he can't really articulate what he wants to. It's the because to say, "Oh, the bad guys are here," is a little too aggressive. But he is still able to, like, boss, visitors, boss. As he he's like, he wants to step back. It looks like he's trying to step away from you as well, but then it's like he can't. He's frozen. Jack, it is your turn.
Okay. Alright, so you can hear that, so let's see.
Oh yeah, you hear all that going on. The syringe itself is pretty quiet when it shoots, but when the raider started yelling,
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
to your ears though, Jack, the raider yelling, he doesn't seem as aggressive as raiders usually sound.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. So I'll keep an eye on the door.
Okay.
Or doors. Get to that point, I'll deal with Bane.
So you do see the door directly in front of you. There's another door, of course, down there in the far east side, and then the one where the Slash or Jack, Slash put the frag mine.
Mm-hmm.
And several windows in between all of that. So are you going to do any kind of prepared action?
No.
No?
Okay. Pull out that 308. Excuse me.
All right, you hear from inside. Jack, you hear this more so than Slash. 'Cause Slash, your raider that you're next to is not being hostile or anything. He is kind of yelling, so you're not hearing much past what he's trying to say. But you know that there's speaking going on inside the bar itself. But Jack, you do hear fairly clearly, boss, Billy out there, he's yelling for you or something. He's talking about visitors, probably some more of them, some other raiders or something. You don't hear much more action going on inside other than that. You do hear the boss talking about, I'm checking on him. I'll got to do everything myself. And Bane's turn. So, Jack, I'll let you control him, but unless you have an objection, he's going any objectives, right? Objections. He is going to attack the psycho.
Very definitely. I think that's their Alright, well, yeah. Alright.
I did the grid a little bit differently this time. I think it's working okay. So Bane needs got attack. Yep. All right. Let's see what he gets. That is a miss. Target number of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is skill set there.
All right. That is the end of round 1.
Do I get to attack? I'm sorry.
You did. You. Oh, right. Yeah. Do your triggered action.
Machete.
I was like, you had your turn already, but no, you did the trigger.
So what kind of advantage do I get? Another dice or something?
So, unless I'm mistaken, and Jack, you'd be the one to know since I know you've read the book. There's no actual advantage
Okay.
in the system. So what I'm going to do is going to be like the assisted rolls, I think. And now I can't remember how the assisted rolls work. I can remember it from Edge of the Empire, but not Fallout. It was like I had it, and then it just evaporated. So while I'm looking up, if either one of you know,
No, I don't. I think I get to add another dice for free or re-roll one for free, something like that. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, I don't know.
I mean, those sound good. I just
Oh yeah, like I said, I don't know.
gotta remember. All right, skill test on page 13 probably will have something about assisted rolls. Here we go. Assistance. Difficult tasks are often completed through teamwork. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so Bane is going to basically take the same check that you are. He will roll 1d20 and add his successes to yours.
Okay.
So you do your combat check, and then Jack, you go and roll 1d20 go into Bane's character sheet and see what his attack is. So in this case, they're both going to do an attack, but Bane only rolls 1d20 for now for the assist.
Yeah, you did get a success and didn't get a second.
Bane does not. So the attack does go through. His defense was only 1. So roll damage.
Get some.
All right, 3 damage to Raider Psycho. Now it's the Raider boss's turn. The Raider Psycho does scream in pain when this happens. There's no way that's not aggressive or hostile or anything. Pain is pain.
Pain.
So he screams in pain when he gets slashed by Slash.
Mm-hmm.
And this alerts the inside, the Raiders inside of the bar a bit more than just the passive, oh, Billy's calling out again. He's being annoying. So you hear the Raider boss. It's like, what in the world is going on out there, Billy? And you hear the footsteps as he starts running a little bit faster. And now it is your turn now, Slash, in the round 2. Round 2 turn.
Well, I guess I'm going to slash him again.
Slash is doing the slash.
We'll blind every one of us.
For this session, let's continue with the flanking advantage assist roll.
Okay.
See how it goes. We'll see if it's maybe too overpowered or not. So roll 1d20 for Bane's attack as well as an assist on this one, Jack.
All right. Ding on a slash.
How do I mark a position on my little?
The little
item?
dude in the bottom here.
Yeah. How do I do?
Click on a spot. It should just highlight whichever spot you click on.
Oh, I'm trying to highlight his head, but it won't let me.
Oh, your dice are probably in the way. You'll need to move the tray around. Right click on the dice and click on the unlock position on the top. So if you right click the blue die, at the very top is unlock position, and you can move your dice out of the way.
Unlock. Hey.
All right, did that work?
Yeah, give me one. Okay. All right. Good.
All right, so that targeting the head does increase your difficulty.
Yeah. I'm just playing around, seeing. Yeah, I'm going to let that one fly. I'm not going to spend any luck on that.
Or that looks like a complication.
But it didn't come up with one.
No, it didn't. All right, we'll let it go. System says it's not, so I'll let it not be. Did you roll Bane's assisting dice there, Jack?
Okay.
What is his target number? 6 or 5? 5.
Oh, 5. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So no hit.
Yeah, we need to get that moved.
It is now the Raider Psycho's turn.
He's to do his thing. So
Yeah, he gets to do his thing now. He no longer is being affected by the packs since you only had one effect for that. It only lasted for 1 round. So he will now that he's free, he screams out very clearly, "Boss, we're under attack!" and turns to attack you with his machete slash. And is able to hit.
oh,
Yeah, buddy.
Dealing no damage after your damage reduction.
piercing.
Even with piercing.
So still.
Yeah,
It's
because
still-
I have 2.
Yeah. Two
Yeah.
resistance on there, so
Yeah.
not enough to get past. He swings at you. You having anticipated how long the packs would work based on the size of this guy and the fact that he looks like he takes a lot of drugs. That is kind of why they're called psychos. You anticipated this coming. You was able to duck just in time as his machete flies past your head. Jack, it is your turn.
All right. There. I can see him now. All right, and jigs up. Hunting rifle.
Target.
All right.
That's
well,
target for damage, but you do hit. One success is all you need.
alright, cool.
Dadgum, that's a lot of dice for the hunting rifle.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well. All right.
All right.
So,
The Raider Psycho is now heavily injured. He is bleeding, and he's still got a bit of that confusion in his eyes. Why in the world was he not able to do anything initially? But he is now very much hostile and screaming at the top of his lungs for his friends to come out.
Help me, help me.
And you hear the door on the west side open. And as it does, I need the frag grenade or frag mine roll from you, Slash. It explodes. Untarget the one raider there. We don't want to put damage on him from the frag mine there.
Gotcha.
But that one success is all we need to make the frag mine go off. Roll its damage now.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, I'm going to change that.
Yeah.
Though. I'm changing that because he was not on top of it. The door hit the mine. So he's going to take a reduced amount. So he reduced the 9 to 8. He's still going to have the critical injury. I'm going to leave those be. But he's only going to take an actual 6 damage because he was behind. The door hit it, so the door is pushing the frag mine kind of away from him. So it had to go through the door and through the little bit of wall that he was still standing behind, taking only 6 damage instead of the full 9. But still, shrapnel and everything is into his left arm, so he has a critical injury to his left arm.
Teach him. Yum.
And
that's my door.
We will clear the drawing for the mine. So make sure you have that mine removed from your inventory.
Oh, thank you.
Haven't already. And that is his turn. He did not get into position to shoot. Raider 3. All right, so he dashed. He has no actions left because he used up his other action to open the door and get out here. And Bane's turn. What will Bane do? And Bane, if Bane attacks a psycho, Slash, you can roll an assist for Bane since you are you both are adjacent to him, so it's a flanking. We'll call it the flanking assist.
That actually might get
rolling the attack.
Oh. All right, so Bane did not get any, and since Bane didn't get any that are from an assist don't apply either. That's the one caveat. The actual attacker must succeed in order to get successes from the assister.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So that is still a miss there. However, it keeps the guy tied up. If he tries to move from here, there's an attack of opportunity from Slash and from Bane, unless he does the stage. And that is the end of round 3. Round 4. No, that was the end of round 2. Into round 3. Raider Boss steps out into the front of the doorway where you can clearly see everybody. And he's going to take aim at the closest person for this moment because he doesn't know much about you guys attacking. He hasn't seen who's most deadly at this point. So he's just going for the closest. And he will use his hunting rifle. That is a successful hit. Now I get to roll all the dice. A total of 4 damage after reduction.
Yeah.
And no injuries, so that's good. Slash, your turn.
Ooh, and that had piercing too. So.
Yeah, it does.
Alrighty. Combat shotgun. Can I shoot it at close range with no penalties?
Not with engaged, no.
Okay. So what will it take to disengage?
It'll you would sacrifice your movement to disengage.
Okay.
So the only way you'll be able to move 5 squares after that is to sacrifice your action.
Okay. No. Okay. So that basically just moved me like that.
Move 1 square is disengage. Yep.
Okay. All right.
And then
Okay.
you can use your combat rifle with no penalties at this range.
So I was asking about the combat shotgun,
Oh,
but I'm going to use my assault rifle.
Okay.
Um,
Same penalties apply.
Right.
Melee range with
Okay.
those things.
Okay. All right. It's two-handed. Yeah, I don't know what the shotgun does really. What does the shotgun do? It gathers something. Spread.
Yeah, the spread. I don't know
Yeah.
if you would want to do that with friendlies in melee.
Yeah.
So assault rifle. Points. Oh, I didn't target.
Target for damage. That's that gives you guys an action point there.
Yay. Bring the damage.
5 damage. A total of 4 to him. Partially resisted in total. He is still standing. However, it
I've
looks
got
like you have 2
Yeah, 2 bursts.
bursts.
Yep.
How would you
Yeah,
like to
I'm
apply
gonna-
them?
Let's go ahead and just put both of them into him
Okay.
because I kind of have to shoot through Jack to get to the other guys. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna put both rounds into him.
That is enough to eliminate him. Add his gear to loot list and remove him from the board.
Blah.
And Jack, it is now your turn.
All right. So, tempting thing. Frag grenade. Target the boss.
All right, go and get him targeted with your. Yeah, you got him a target already. All right, go ahead. Go for it.
Actually. So,
Yeah, I was about to say, you want that action point? Oh, yay! Get it back.
All right, so that is. Yeah, you get an extra action point there. A hit, roll damage.
okay.
All right, 5 damage.
What with the frag?
You got 3 effects.
buddy.
I don't know what does it do.
You can trigger the blast.
Yeah. Trying to remember what the blaster does.
So am I.
Yeah.
It's different in almost every system. It's like, do they take the full damage? Some do reduced damage. And since there's no walls in between, I can't just story tell it away. There are no, let's just look for qualities. Throwing weapons, melee weapons, mods. Damage effects burst, stun. It's not there. Why wasn't it there? Here it is. All right, qualities. When you make an attack with a blast weapon, you do not target a single opponent. Instead, select a single zone you can see and make the appropriate skill test to attack with a basic difficulty of 2, adjusted for range as normal. Okay, we need to remember that in the future. You had 2 successes anyway, but I'll still give the action point since you targeted the boss. If you succeed, every creature and other tangible target in that zone suffers the weapon's damage. So, all right. So the boss took the 5 minus his reductions. And then who is that with him there? Which raider number is it? 3.
3.
He's got at least a 1 reduction, so he'll take 4 from it. Let's finish reading blast here. If you fail, your misplaced attack is less effective. Roll only half the weapon damage. Okay.
So either way it goes off.
Yeah, either way it goes off.
On a miss, it does half as much damage.
Yep. So I think that's what we're going to be doing for the frag mines as well.
Yeah.
Because it's, even though they're a place and leave,
Right.
they still go off of for some reason they go off the throne.
Yeah, but it still goes off either way, and then successes determine how much damage dice can be rolled.
Yeah. It's just slightly odd to me. Damage rating. Well, no, I guess the frag mine, you wouldn't need to do a skill check for the frag mine.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of wondering that myself, but you know.
It's probably, it didn't matter so much for this session, but last session it would have mattered more because it should have gone off last session. Now that we found the, so we know now.
Okay.
So I've applied the damage to both of them. And what else, Jack? So you've had your action. You still have movement and minor action. Jack?
Yeah. Figure move over there. Get a little bit.
Okay.
Distance. I'm not standing right on a door.
Yeah.
Or right in front of them.
But you are staying next to a window, just so you're aware.
Okay.
All right. Raider 2, he's going to, where did he have his injury at? Left arm. He's going to still walk out here a little bit. You can see his left arm is pretty mangled when he comes out. But he comes out, the first person he sees is Slash. So he will target Slash and use his pipe gun, which fortunately he does not need 2 hands to fire.
Yeah, buddy.
It blows up in his hand.
So now the left and the right.
Well, apparently a piece of shrapnel hit his gun.
Yeah. That's going to do enough damage. He is out. He's done.
Yay, frag mine.
What a complication to have. Did it add his stuff to the loot screen? I don't know.
He's still on the map.
Yeah, I still got him on the map, but I need to, because I have to add stuff to the loot with the button, and usually I can tell if it did it or not. Looks like it did. Yeah, looks like it did. All right. So we will delete him. And now it's Raider 3's turn. The frag grenade made him mad. So he's still going to target you, Jack, with his pipe gun. That gives me an action point, and that is a hit. Oh, you lucky. 0 damage after reduction. Now that you got armor, I can throw more enemies at you.
Yeah.
It's Bane's turn.
The nearest enemy is... Get there. Alright. Target him. And bite. Nope. Distraction, but no damage.
And we will see about when he levels up again. We'll see about trying to increase his target number. Top of the round for round 4, Raider Boss. He will continue targeting Jack. He will return the favor.
Oh. Yep.
A success.
For what? Grenade?
A frag grenade.
But he needs 2 successes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, and if he doesn't, then the blast radius or the damage dice are reduced by half.
So we will reverse the damage done to Jack there. So you're back to 4 damage instead of 5. So
You roll 3 damage.
technically, it will just cut the damage total there in half that he rolled. So from 4 to 2, and with Jack's resistance, he stopped it all.
Yay!
Yeah, I would have only taken 1 damage anyways. Because of...
Because you got armor now.
Well,
The
that
aluminium.
the tough thing,
Oh,
I'm
tough.
supposed to get 1 extra physical damage reduction. Though it doesn't seem to apply it on the sheet.
I
Can
think,
you
I think
change
there's a rule that doesn't let everything stack all the time. I'm not. I think that's what I've been seeing in there in the sheets here. It's not made clear in the rule book, but that's the way the sheets have been programmed, I think. Slash, it is your turn, and you were saying something else as well, right?
So let's see. Hold on. Let me look at the assault rifle real quick. Range is medium, so that gives me 10 boxes, 10 squares to work with.
Yes.
Okay, so I can stay where I'm at.
Yeah. Every range band is 5 squares.
Okay, so I can stay where I'm at, and it won't make it harder. Difficulty.
No, it shouldn't.
Okay.
Who
I
are
just
you
want to
trying
make.
to target?
Oh, I'm gonna target the raider.
Yeah,
So
he's
that's 6,
6. So yeah, you're good.
Yeah. And then the other guy would have been 7. Anyway, so. Alrighty. Assault rifle. There it is. That shouldn't. I should roll another one as well.
Okay. Just drop one in there.
Yeah, my apologies. I was trying to do the center mass thing, like actually target the center, but it wasn't. So that's a success as well.
All right. Yeah, not all the perk things get applied correctly during making rolls.
Yeah.
So
my main thing was I was trying to like target the center mass.
well, you're trying to use the center mass perk, right?
Well, I'm just on the character sheet itself on the little guy down here. I was trying to target center mass.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's got torso. It says aimed.
Okay.
Um, So it increased the difficulty, which it's not supposed to because you have the center mass perk. But that's the one thing it's not going to be able to do correctly. We'll just have to remember to adjust for that. So you have, what was your target number? 13. So you actually have 4 successes. You only needed 1 because you have the center mass perk. So that gives you 3 action points.
Okay.
And now you can roll damage. Five. With
1, 2,
4.
3, 4. There's some guy. He's standing right behind him, right?
And
boss.
there's some guy there.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him 4 times.
Okay. I need to figure out what his. Let me deal with this other raider. He's dead. Let me do his inventory stuff. Remove him from the board. And then let me figure out the raider boss's damage reduction.
Yeah, so it was damage of 5 minus his reduction.
You did center mass.
Mm-hmm.
So he has no damage reduction. Center mass, it looks like.
Oh, wow.
Why not?
I know, right?
He's got the Raider armor chest piece. So if this chest piece actually gives, it's supposed to give to torso. It's just not appropriately put onto his character sheet's front page. So it's a assault rifle. It's physical. So he's got 3 damage reduction.
Nice.
So it's gonna be 5 minus 3, so 2 damage times 4, 8 damage total.
8 to the chest. Plop, 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 plop.
All right. He's still up.
Yeah. I figured he'd have more than 8 hit points.
Yeah. Jack, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna step away. I need to get some water. Sorry.
Okay. Right. Spend 1. Get a D20. And hunting rifle.
Whew. Nice. Recovered an action point and a hit. All right, 6 damage. Okay. Critical injury to his head. He is dazed. So he'll have to spend action points for extra actions. And he's going to have to spend or have increased difficulty. All right. Cool. Anything else for your turn?
No. I'm gonna stay in there.
All right. Bane.
Target. Can I spend action points for Bane as well?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, fine.
He regenerates an action point for you, and he gets a hit. Roll damage.
Go ahead and use that on those damage dice
Yeah.
as well.
Wow.
Well, poop. I know, right?
Wah, 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 wah.
Got the effect, but didn't get anything to go with it.
Yeah. Damage reduction handles, soaks all that up. But hey, he hit. It is top of round 5, Raider Boss's turn. And so he has no actions. I'm going to have to spend action points. He'll have to, I think actually it needs to spend 2.
Yeah, to do a major.
Yeah. So we'll just spend 1 more like that. I did the wrong menu option originally, but we'll spend 2 so that he can do an attack. With difficulty, I got Bane target still. Bane just targeted Jack.
Bad doggy. Bad doggy.
Bad dog. He will use his hunting rifle. Now, the difficulty would have been up by 1. I believe it was from dazed. 1 or 2?
2.
By 2. Okay. So he
Still
succeeded. Just only succeeded by 1. So get 1 action point back. And damage. Total of 6 damage reduced to 5. On Jack. That is all he can do. He does not. We're not going to spend any more action points to do more moves. So Slash, it is your turn.
Hold on. Before we go any further, it says it's a critical injury, but you have the adamantium.
Yep, adamantium skeleton. It takes a 7 to cause a crit.
Okay.
The system is not applying it properly. That's all.
It should be showing a blank. It's showing a blank critical injury to me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's just on the damage itself. It
Yeah.
said it was a critical. I don't see his character sheet. That's all.
Well, it shows critical injury, then colon, and nothing there. Usually it shows something else there. But I do see on the character sheet, it's put it there, and it's on the combat tracker. Just clear your character sheet. I'll clear the combat tracker.
Okay. It's injured, but it doesn't say.
You probably change it to fine.
Yeah, just bring it back to the normal thumbs up. So, all right. All right, Slash.
I am targeting. I am spending. I am rolling. Assault rifle on the Raider boss.
Success. Extra action point.
I'll leave that action point. Oh, poopy.
Resisted all damage.
Oh, poopy.
And even if you burst into him,
never
it's,
mind.
yeah, he'll continue to resist.
Yeah. Can I forgot. Can I re-roll one of those attack dice?
Yes.
Just to see if I get an action point.
I believe it's with the same way as the D20 is the luck.
No, my center mass thing allows me to just re-roll. In addition to.
In addition, isn't that only the D20?
Yeah, the D20. That's what I was rolling. The D20 just to see if I got another success.
Okay, yeah.
To
Go ahead. The
action point.
16? Yeah.
So I rolled a 13, which is my target number.
Yeah, but the 16 is above your target number, so that'd be the one I'd recommend you re-roll.
Yeah, that's what I rolled. That's what I rolled, and I rolled a 13.
Oh, I see it now.
So
apologies.
action point.
Another action point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much use.
I didn't see the other roll come through until you said you did it already.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't pop up like it
been a little
normally does.
laggy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Dadgummit. Maybe I should have added a damage dice. Oh, well.
So, Jack, real quick, I was looking at your adamantium skeleton. Your endurance is 7, right?
Yep.
The amount of damage needed to inflict critically on you increases by your rank in this perk.
So normally it takes 5 points to do a critical. So
And I've got 2 ranks in the perk.
So it takes 7 to do a critical.
Oh, I'm seeing something. I was seeing endurance 7 on there. That's the requirement. You need to have endurance 7 in order to get the perk. Gotcha. Okay. So you got 2 ranks. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like that'd be something they could program into this. Maybe that's too complicated to program into the sheets for the time being. So we will have to.
Yeah. I don't think they
Keep
do
an eye
any
on
of
that,
the. I don't think they do any of the perks really.
Yeah, it seems like none of the perks apply.
Yeah.
So we have to keep
They
up with
also
that.
don't apply some of the traits very well, if at all. So
At least most of it's still pretty easy. It's only a few small things we got to keep up with. All right. So Slash, that was your turn. Jack, your turn.
All right. Hunting rifle.
Hey, success. I hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 damage. You hit him in the torso. Well, technically it's got 3 damage reduction there, but
he did.
it'll be fine. We'll just let it pass because the sheet doesn't have it done correctly. We'll only do it on whatever it was we had to do. We had to pull it up. It's the only place we'll apply it. So yeah, 3 damage. Anything else, Jack?
You can if you want. I don't know, but he's being nice. So I was saying, I was gonna say, you could re-roll 3 of your damage dice for 1 luck.
Mm-hmm.
But
Just move up a little bit.
Okay.
All right. And now Bane.
Yep. Bane's turn.
Should I spend the action point or no?
I don't think so. His damage reduction is so high.
All right. Well,
It might almost be useless.
okay. So bite and now that's just mean. On the other hand,
Are you going to re-roll it?
I'd like to luck it. Yes.
Go ahead. All right.
Do I luck? Does Bane have his own thing of luck or?
Nope. It is your luck.
Okay. Well.
I do believe. I don't think Bane has luck. No, he doesn't.
Okay. So. Still a miss, but
Still a miss. No critical. Top of round 6. Raider boss. He's going to switch over to Slash a little bit here with his hunting rifle because Slash has done some decent damage to him. All right. That daze was just on, yeah. So he's clear of the daze now. That was for 1 round.
Right.
Okay.
That is a singular hit. I will spend 1 for damage. So 7 damage. I hit you in the right spot, buddy. Wait a minute. Don't you have damage reduction on your torso?
Yeah, but
it's got piercing.
yeah,
Okay.
it has a piercing of 2.
Yep.
So yeah, it popped through.
And you are bleeding. The system will automatically handle your bleeding effect.
All right, 7 of 16, and it's my turn.
It is. Do I have the ding turned on for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Let's see. I am going to use. Can I use a diluted stim pack to stop the bleeding?
No.
Okay. All right. So as a minor action, I'm going to stim myself so I don't bleed.
Okay.
With a standard stim pack.
I will remove the
bleeding effect.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Get rid of that, and then just change your
inventory.
injury to treated.
Treated. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I see.
All right.
All right. So spinning an action point. Assault rifle. Oh, a second. I don't have it targeted, but I'll do that for the.
Unless you're going to re-roll it. You guys are
I'm
always
gonna
re-rolling.
Yeah, I have a free reroll.
That's
because
true.
of
That's true.
Center mass.
Center mass.
Let me target. Okay. Free reroll. Turns it into a crit.
4. So
Yeah,
crits.
That's a crit. So that's 2 plus
So that's 5 altogether.
5 altogether. Needed 1.
Alrighty.
Okay.
GM, there's a booming voice from above. Use them all on damage.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
All right. 2 bursts.
And 2 more bursts.
Let's see. Yep, that's enough.
Okay.
It's like, yeah. All right.
Got him in the head again.
Damage.
Poor guy.
Well, technically it was torso.
Yeah.
So he used up 1 of his frag grenades. I need to modify the loot sheets by 1 for that. Otherwise, the loot sheet should be good to go in a moment. Should only be 2 there. There we go. All right. We're going to remove him from the board. After defeating the raider boss, you hear no other sounds that indicate raiders are nearby. You find that the rest of the building is empty of any living beings. There's a power armor station, surprisingly, in this bar. You're not entirely sure if the raiders brought it here or if perhaps it was here before the war. But there's no power armor there. It's just the power armor repair station, which could either indicate that they were setting up to have power armor, or there's another part of this group that's out and about somewhere. But you're not entirely sure because there's nothing really to indicate that there are more raiders that were part of this group. They seemed very small for their, as far as raider groups go. And they were on a much more heightened sense of alert than most raider camps are. Like they were expecting to come under attack. You do find relatively easily a crate inside that seems to be probably what Jammer sent you after. It has a strange symbol on it. I don't have it imported into the system yet, but it looks like it might be like a hat with a tail on it. And it's still sealed. They did not get it open. Would you guys like to take 20 and scavenge here?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
This will be a tiny commercial. All right. Then I will pull that over to your party sheets loot. There we go. So scavenging, you found a box of Dandy Boy apples, 16 flame refuel, 16 junk, a purified water, and a Tato.
Okay.
For the flamer fuel, can you roll 3d 6 the action dice? Three of the action dice, and then I get that as a bonus.
Two
So
more.
Two more. Yeah.
So 18.
Okay.
All right. Would you like me
That
to
just happens on fuel. I mean, excuse me, on ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like me to just move all this stuff over to your NPC, Betsy, and you can sort through it later?
Hold on. Let me look at what's there first.
Or yeah, you guys can scroll through and pick what you want first to your inventories, and then I can
Yeah.
send the rest to
Yeah.
Betsy.
Yeah, that's because I had the time of my life. Heavy Raider armor. Okay. No, I'm gonna take this Heavy Raider armor right arm. Okay. So hopefully we can get to okay, something really quick. There we go. Yeah, you could take those grenades. Keep you doing that.
Well, and the nasty potential of pull the pin, wedge the grenade in so that the spoon is still in until somebody jogs it. Which I'm sure is more a thing in Hollywood than it is in reality, but
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to take a quick break while you guys are doing that.
Sure.
Back in a few minutes. It's 200.
Okay.
Okay. You can take all of that and put it on Betsy, please.
Okay. Will do.
Thank you, sir.
As soon as the system does it.
Can you treat my wounds?
Sure.
Guess it's my torso. It is treated, but it's still. I have 7 points of wound. So.
Son.
What's this first aid button?
You can target somebody through the combat tracker or on the map and use the first aid.
Oh,
And that is, it'll just do the roll for you automatically.
neat.
You both need to add 1 cap each because this thing is not letting me distribute the caps anymore. And Slash, you've got something called common that you need to transfer that over to cap as well. Occasionally the randomizer will roll common, but it's supposed to be caps right now.
Okay.
So 2 or 4. No. So got a crit on the healing roll.
All right. I guess he's fully healed. Or do you want the action point?
I think healing's better than action points at this point in the
Yeah,
game.
that'd be-
Setup.
All right.
Fight's over. So there's anything more on the map?
That's another level.
Yay. Yes, it is.
Yep. We'll do leveling up in a little while though, because you still got some more quests to turn in.
Uh-huh.
All right. We do not need this map anymore.
Okay. So I guess we'll make our 7-day trek back to Jammer.
Indeed, you will. We will do 1 roll for a random encounter. along the way.
Perceptions.
Oh.
Oof. Okay.
So you come across a small crater in the ground containing a dented but still intact safe. Picking the lock of the safe requires a perception plus lockpick test with a difficulty set by me, the GM. So the difficulty is going to determine the thing. Do you want me to set it high for a really high possibility of caps, or do you want an easier safe to pick?
Easier, I guess. Unless Slash has some.
So I don't have lockpicks tagged, but I have 2 points in it, and then
I've got 3 and no tag.
Okay, so your perception. So my target number's an 8. Would be perception
Like
and
mine
lock.
would be a 9.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
All right. I'll go middle of the road. Difficulty 3.
Okay.
Can I assist? Is that how we can do that, or
You may. However,
Okay.
he has to get
He has to get
at least
the-
1 success for yours to assist.
All right. Rolling. Phew. 1 success.
That's
that's only 2, but I'm
That's
not
2.
tagged, so that's 2 successes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
2 successes plus his 1. That is 3 successes with a difficulty of 3. So you succeeded. So it is now 3 D20 caps. $31 caps.
There you go, Jack.
Okay. Split the difference, you get the remainder.
All right, 16. Okay. Means I have to do math. Nine.
Well,
2,449 plus 15.
Yeah, I get it.
Have calculator.
I need to get me more some more stim packs. I'm running low.
2464. Okay.
all right. You arrive back in Carbon just as the market begins to open. You see Jammer setting up his stall. He spots you, sets his assistants to work on finishing setting up, and comes over and jams you in the shoulder, as expected. I'm glad to see you back here in one piece. How'd it go? Did you find the mustache?
Yeah, what's this funny symbol on it?
What's the funny symbol? Oh, yeah. I was thinking maybe you wouldn't notice that.
Well, come on. This thing's like,
I tell you what. My guys, they can handle the stall for the day. And he motions over to a couple of them. They come and grab the crate and take it over. You see that Jammer has caps with him, so you're not worried that he's going to rip you off or anything here. And he says, "Why don't y'all just come with me? We'll go over to the tavern here, get ourselves some breakfast. I'm sure you guys haven't eaten yet. I don't think, right? Still early morning.
No.
All right. I'll buy you breakfast. I'll pay you your caps. Don't worry. I got a proposition for you that I think you boys are well suited for. What are you saying?"
well, as long as it's up and up.
It is.
I mean, we're not gonna be raiders or nothing.
No. Unless you're raiding raiders. We do raid raiders on occasion. But anyway, come on. We'll go over to the tavern. Yeah. So you guys make your way over. Oh, you want to say something, Jack?
No.
No? Okay. You get to the tavern. He orders breakfast for everybody. He does not skimp on anything. Whatever you guys want, he's paying for it. He gives you your 800 caps apiece as you sit down. And then he, after a few bites of breakfast, he starts to look around, make sure nobody's really in earshot, and he lowers his voice a little bit, not quite his so jovial, happy-go-lucky style. And in place of this charismatic merchant, you see somebody that is more akin to someone who just observes everything, is aware of everything that's going on, sees things that other people doesn't, and is very easily able to read the actions of others. I'm not just a merchant, fellas. I work with the relationship is not so easily defined, a group that calls themselves Crockett's Men. Now, they operate out from down south a little ways. I'm not at liberty to tell you exactly where yet, but suffice to say that they are not exactly descendants of, but inspired by Davy Crockett and his fellow compatriots that fought at the Alamo in the pre-war, the Battle of the Alamo before our great war that's put us into the world we are in today. They've read all the histories of these guys, and they've decided to be freedom fighters, basically. But their numbers are small. They don't have a standing army. They rely on small groups of dedicated but skilled people, such as yourselves. In fact, all the missions you've completed so far have actually been assignments from Crockett's Men. What we'd like to do, because you've been so successful, we want to go and bring you into the fold a bit more. And give you more high-profile missions. Some of them related to you tried to look into, but we're not so successful yet with some of the missing people. That's something that's high on the list of Crockett's men to investigate and find the answers to. So what do you boys say? You up for being heroes?
Well, I mean, I guess so. I mean, I never really thought that, I'd do anything more than just, sell ammunition and stuff. Jack, you want to be a hero? He says kind of like, he almost doesn't want to say the word because,
Well, definitely want to do what's right, but as I've heard a number of times over the years, well, heroes are the poor fools that wind up in the wrong place at the right time and wind up dead, or getting other people killed. But definitely, yeah, I want to do, well, help people where I can.
I've heard that saying before too, but it seems to me most of the time those kinds of heroes are the ones that are seeking glory. The kind of hero you'd be doing, you'd be heroes in my eyes and that of the other Crockett's men, but may not get the recognition from the common folk. That's the best kind of hero, though. So, if you like the idea, I can make sure I get more missions for you. I'll let the Crockett's men know that you are in for the long haul.
well, I guess. I mean, do we get to meet Mr. Crockett?
He's been dead a while.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
actually, yes, Jack's right. The original Mr. Crockett's been dead for many hundreds of years at this point. However, the higher ranking members of Crockett's men do actually go by the names of the original men. So there is a Davy Crockett leading Crockett's men right now.
Oh, goodness.
And I imagine Mr. Boone has also got a follower?
Well, I know of Crockett, Travis, and Bowie. And then I'm what's considered an agent. And you boys, well, if you go along with this, you'll be started out on the rank of cousins. Eventually, you can move your way on up to sibling.
All right.
Well, as long as we ain't kissing cousins, I guess that'll be all right.
No, I don't think that's something's going to happen here. Well, all right then. I'll let them know. I've already been reporting to them on your progress, and they've had. You may or may not have noticed it, but your first mission, you had a little guardian angel watching over you. He was there to assess your ability.
Yeah. He has some kind of sniper or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure they weren't terribly impressed, but that's run of bad luck on our part.
Well, let me go and tell you about the overall, the big picture tasks we're going to be working on. And there's going to be a lot of different things we have to do to accomplish this, but the main goal is to find out what is going on with the raiders. We're going to be investigating settlements that have been attacked, and trying to figure out why the raiders are doing full out attacks like this. Usually they raid, they go after caravans. They'll hit a smaller settlement here and there, but they have been more aggressive in the last several months than they have ever been since I've been wandering this here wasteland. So you're going to be sent out to investigate some of these. Typically, you'll be coming to me. I'm going to give you a mission that's recover this, look for that, resecure this area, kind of like the whole watering hole situation. But in reality, you'll be looking for other information at the same time. This is just a cover because we don't want to let the common folk know about Crockett's Men. We prefer to work in the shadows and not. If everybody knew that we existed, we'd be getting calls left and right and end up becoming a standing army with it's ineffectual like the Tang is. So, that being said, you boys still on board?
Sure.
Well,
Right.
I mean, if old man Jack says we're doing it, I guess we'll do it.
All right then.
I'm gonna be a hero.
An unsung hero.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Now remember,
Jack, what's that mean? Unsung. What's that mean?
is Jack going to answer Slash?
People ain't really gonna know unless you start talking, and well, if you talk too much, they may decide we're too much trouble to keep around.
Well, Paul done said he don't like no flabbergasting, so I'll keep my mouth shut as much as I can. That is.
Now, there'll be times where you can't help but say stuff in the requirement of getting the job done. But for the most part, we keep all this quiet, and we definitely do not mention Crockett's Men. The only person that can bring somebody in is somebody at the level of agent or higher. So you two, unless you attain the rank of agent, which took me 20 years, by the way, you don't say anything about Crockett's Men to somebody that you don't know for sure is also a Crockett's Man.
Oh, well, that's why you're so old. It took you this long to get here.
He
And then I
jams you
jab
real
him,
quick.
and then I jam him right in the shit, and we jam each other right at the same time.
Yep.
And you get the slap.
Well, see, now you're getting it, son. Now you're getting it.
Yeah, I get it now.
All right, boys. So we're going to go and wrap it up here. This, however, you still have the story arc of Guardians is going. However, you have now, with the accepting of this quest and the entrance into Crockett's Men, you have started a new story arc called Raider Incursion.
Okay.
So I will be adding things to that for the next session. You'll start seeing different quests as far as in Fantasy Grounds pop up for those where you can use those as a reference for what those quests entail. But that will be Jammer will be your primary contact at this point in time to further the quest line of Raider Incursion.
Sweet.
All right. You boys, you guys can go and start leveling up now. We'll keep the server up for that, but we're going to go and start wrapping up stream. So I do have the new schedule Monday through Friday. However, this Monday is, if I can manage it, I'm going to set up a rebroadcast of one of the past Mondays because schools are out here where I'm at. So I will not be streaming on Monday, but I'll be back on Tuesday through Friday next week. And potentially swapping most of the days over to Hogwarts and Baldur's Gate since the other games are not getting a lot of views. So until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Later now.
See ya.
Almost forgot. Next Fallout session is May 20th at 8 a.m. We'll see you then.